Welcome everybody. It is a pleasure to have you here with us. That means that you've got an interest in this opportunity we're offering to tourism SMEs. So basically, what we will do today is to introduce you to the different key elements of this call for applications under the Sustainable Transformation Program. Before that, we would like to extend you a welcome, obviously, and explain you a bit about the project, the LooKUP project. The LooKUP project is an invitation to rediscover the value of the sky as a destination. It is, in fact, a project that has been funded by the European Commission. And its objective is to make the universal natural resource as a critical asset, this sky, for sustainable digital and resilient transformation of the tourism sector. So the LooKUP project is mainly focusing on tourism services, product experiences that somehow are linked to the value of the sky, being that bird watching activities, astrotourism, and all sorts of activities. So what we are promoting also here is a transformation, and that goes together with the European Commission objectives on this twin transition of going green and getting digital. So basically, this is a key flagship strategy of the European Commission. So I mentioned already a lot our funder, the European Union. And what I would like to mention too is our partners. So this LooKUP project is supported by a consortium of partners that come from different locations. So basically the coordinator is Barrabés. Here Julia is representing it. And we have also CRC Stazu, which is a research institution based in Slovenia. And the link, I myself, Marta Rojas, represent the link, and we are responsible for this granting mechanism, this financial support that we are offering to companies. Then we have also Quantitas, which is another cross-cutting partner that will support us in the development of a sustainability monitoring framework. We will later on talk about it. Most importantly, we have, in addition, 3 other partners, the Junta de Extremadura, Naturpolis, and Sibiu. These 3 partners are important because there are national contact points and they support the tourism SMEs of the different regions that have an interest in the program. So as you might have seen in the guidelines for applicants, so the guidelines that explain all the information and contain all details about this call for applications include as well the contact details of these organizations in case you have doubts and you would like to get in touch for additional support. So this is us here. All the team, I believe, is represented. So well, this is important. So let's go into the details. So what is in it for you? Basically, we would like to explain you what is important, what are the opportunities the opportunity that we are offering you here. We have already launched, probably you've seen a first call for proposal that was open in 2023. This is our second open call we are launching, and it's concentrating in window 1 on sustainability. This is a acceleration program. So basically we are offering support to tourism SMEs to accelerate and develop certain initiatives. And through this program, the Sustainable Transformation Program, we will be providing support to more than 100 companies across Europe. So this is an opportunity not only for receiving financial support and technical assistance, but also to get in touch with other companies in Europe that face similar challenges and that have developed knowledge on how to tackle these challenges. So it's also a wide community we are supporting here, and that's also interesting for you, obviously. What else about the focus of the program? No, I already mentioned a bit when I was talking about the LooKUP project and its objectives. No, we said it was connected to the value of the sky. We were supporting tourism experiences, products, and services that refer to the sky, such as astronomy, northern lights, nightless nights, bird watching, amongst other. This is the core of the project and everything that relates to it in a way. And why are we focusing on these niche tourism sectors? Is because we are working with 3 different regions that offer a great potential in these areas. So basically, Kuusamo is one focus region in Finland, Sibiu in Romania, and also Extremadura in Spain. So the fact that your companies relate their tourism operation to these territories because of the potential they offer, that gives you an added value to participate in the acceleration program. So what's important now that I'm already mentioning some matters about the program is to know whether you are eligible or not to participate. So basically, in order to be eligible and admitted in the program, you need to be registered as a small medium enterprise. So your company must fall within the framework of the European definition for small medium enterprises in the guidelines for applicants. And I'm referring a lot to this document because obviously it's the key document that you need to read before submitting your application. You have a direct link to the European definition. You have a direct link to the European definition of the small medium enterprises also in the online application platform where you will submit your application. So there, when you check, let's say, all the administrative part and compile this information, you also get a direct link to this definition, which is based on the staff number, so the number of staff members your company has, and also the turnover or other financial figures you must relate to. So this is the first point, being a small medium enterprise according to the European definition. Then other elements that you need to meet in terms of eligibility. And sorry, I haven't said that, but you're kindly, you can just interrupt me anytime you want if you've got a question or a doubt. So otherwise, you just write it on the chat, or you just raise your hand, or you just keep it for the end of the session where we will open for questions. So basically, besides being registered as a small medium enterprise, you need to be registered in one of these 3 countries, either Spain, Finland, or Romania. So your registration must be must have been done in these countries to be able to participate. What else? Your activity. As we are supporting tourism companies, it is important, obviously, that your business operation relates to this tourism industry. And we have set some standards here, or we relate to some NACE codes. This is the ID registration or the identification that the European Commission uses for the different business activities that can be run by a company. These are listed in the guidelines for applicants. So again, I refer to this important document for you to check. Basically, here we are aiming to support hotels, holidays, short stay apartments and similar accommodations, camping grounds, recreational vehicle parks and trailer parks, restaurants and mobile food service activities, travel agencies, tour operator reservation services, and related activities. If you are not falling in any of these NACE codes described in the guidelines for applications, you must state to which other sector related to tourism and hospitality is that you're operating in. So this is important for us because this is the project, and the European Commission wants us to support companies operating in the tourism industry. Okay, so this is made clear. Besides these eligibility elements, there are other elements in the application form that you need to confirm in order to be eligible. So basically, if you get to confirm them all, your eligibility check will be passed, and you will be admitted within the program. Okay, then comes the technical part. So here's when we start explaining you now how it works. No, basically, if you are eligible to participate in the program, so what activities are we looking to support here with this call for applications and this sustainable transformation program? So as I said at the beginning of the project, this is our second call for applications. The first call for applications we had open for two windows: window one, which is to support sustainability, and window one, which was aimed to support the innovation capacity of SMEs. Window two is already running. We have already a group of companies that have been selected under this one window that was open in 2023. And for that, we are running different innovation events. So right now, the opportunity is focusing on window one, sustainability. And here we aim to support the sustainable transformation of small, medium enterprises with this call. Basically, we are offering a lump sum of 4,500 euros per company. This amount, which is given as a lump sum, and now I will explain what is a lump sum, is given to recruit the services of a consultant or a consultancy firm, of a mentoring, of a mentor, and or get receive some training related to sustainability. Okay, everything that goes along with these services is admitted, and obviously geared to support sustainable transformation of SMEs. That means, for instance, mentoring to help you run and implement to help you design and implement a sustainability plan on how to, for instance, focus on waste management in your hotel. Consultancy services to run an environmental diagnosis on how you deliver a tourism service and how this could convey to the principles of a label or certificate. Then later on, I will give more examples and cases on how this could be built up. Basically, window one is open. So once you have been selected on this acceleration program, this sustainability window, you will have 10 months to do what you have committed to. So what you have proposed in your application form, you will have a period of 10 months to implement it. At the end of this period, we would like to see that you are in the process, or you have managed to obtain specific label and certification that you have stated in your application form. So for instance, Green Key, Biosphere certificate, Travel Life, or any of those. Also remember that in our guidelines for applicants, we have in an annex a list, non-exhaustive list of labels and certifications that might be interesting for you to consider as part of this program. We would also like to see, if you committed to do so, whether you have run this environmental assessment, whether you have trained your workforce as you proposed in your application. So this is what we will ask at the end of this 10 months, bearing in mind, obviously, what you proposed and what you committed to do. So what else besides this financial support? No, we mentioned that we will offer this 4,500 euros as a lump sum. And here I will explain you what's a lump sum. A lump sum is an amount that is given, uh, committed to certain deliverables or certain products, or how would I say it easily? Certain outputs. The outputs might be this environmental assessment, this training, this sustainability plan. So this is an output or a product or a deliverable, call it. So if you deliver this product or output at the end of the duration, the lump sum goes for you, meaning that you will not have to provide any financial documentation such as the invoice of your mentor or the invoice that you paid for the consultancy services and so on. We were not reimbursed based on the costs that you justify. We will transfer you the funds based on the achievement of the outputs that you committed to do. And this relates very well, and I will explain it later, to a section of the application form, which is called cost effectiveness, where you detail there the activities and the results or products that you expect to obtain. Okay, so that's your commitment, what you intend to do with these 4,500 euros. And for us, it's not important. Well, it's not so important how you spend the money, but whether you achieve what you have committed to, the products, the outputs you committed to do. Okay, so that's what we will ask at the end of this acceleration program. So what else is in it for me? No, we mentioned that there is this financial support, but we are offering also other. As soon as you become part of the acceleration program, you are entitled to certain activities. Obviously, if you did not manage to receive funding from the acceleration program, these services are already in for you, like any training that we are offering to LooKUP is open, as well as any our access to the community that we are building up and so on. But in detail, so we are offering tailored training and mentoring. We are offering good practices inspiration, networking and community, and this sustainability monitoring framework. So in detail, this tailored training is and mentoring, basically, we are designing and we are soon launching a training program which has different modules that target and address the triple transition of tourism SMEs. What we mean by triple transition is this: go green, get digital, and be resilient. So sustainability, digitalization, and resilience strategies. So that's the training all about. And you get also access to practical toolkits that will be designed under our toolbox. What else we are offering you besides this tailored training and mentoring? We will inspire you through good practices that we are identified. So we have a playbook that is being published soon with different good practices that will help you inspire your transformative path. What else? We are also offering access to this networking and community. So we are building a community of tourism professionals across Europe, and especially in the regions that we are targeting of Extremadura, Cusamo, and Sibiu. And our intention here is to help you connect with other peers to, as said, exchange and share knowledge on similar challenges and so on. What else? We are building up a sustainability monitoring framework. So our partner Quantitas is designing a framework based on certain indicators that should help you assess and track your sustainability progress. This sustainability monitoring framework, if you've read in detail the guidelines for applicants, it's a compulsory activity, so you will have to be using this digital tool that will be offered to you. And you also has as compulsory activity the participation in the training program. So the triple transition training program that I mentioned at the beginning. This is what we are asking you in terms of commitment when you join our acceleration program. Then, as I mentioned, here we would explain you some exemplary cases. This is invented, but not the companies. The companies are part of our program, acceleration program. So basically, we have MyTrail. This is a Finnish company that offers experiences and services linked to natural outdoor and related to astronomy and so on. So every product they offer and that they design, sustainability is taking into account, and as company they have received the green activity certifications as well as a sustainable travel Finland badge. So this is part of their vision and mission to obey to the sustainability principles. So how LooKUP project could look like with MyTrail, no? So now MyTrail has identified these call for applications, and they want to apply to window one. They want to submit an application because they want to receive financial support and participate in the activities that the Sustainable Transformation Program under LooKUP is offering. So what kind of project they could here or proposal could they submit in the application, in the call for application? So basically, they could they could explain what is their sustainable objectives as a company and how they would contribute to sustainability in general terms in the region and so on. And for that, they say their focus is on reducing waste. So they say that one of the problems they have identified is that they generate waste in their day trips, and they would like to reduce and prevent waste. So for that, they consider recruiting a consultant to support them in the development of a waste reduction plan. So when they submit their application, they explain why this is important. They explain the impact this can have, and they would go on to list the activities in the cost effectiveness section, part 4 of the technical part of the application form. And here, one of the activities that they will have to include is the waste reduction plan. And this is the first activity, designing this waste reduction plan. A second activity will be to recruit training and implement this training, because they would like to not only do that internally, but also work with their accommodation providers, the ones that are involved in these multi-day trips. So training is the second activity they will include and list in the application form. So training for their multi-day accommodation providers on how to prevent food waste. So this is an idea of a project, very explained in brief. And this is another example, for instance, Entre Encinas y Estrellas, so another participant of our acceleration program. Entre Encinas y Estrellas is a cutting-edge initiative which is located in Fregenal de la Sierra. It offers a telescope hosting, astrotourism accommodations, and astronomical activities. And well, this company also has identified the call for applications, and they see window one as an opportunity to support the sustainable objectives as a firm, and they would like to obtain this Green Key certification. So for that, they consider they have to recruit a mentor to run an environmental and and sustainability assessment, so to run a diagnosis of their accommodation services, to understand how well or what needs to be improved in the services of accommodation they offer to their guests. And this would be their first activity, and the assessment. And their second activity that they will list in the in part 4 cost effectiveness section of the application form would be the design of an action plan. So once they have the assessment, the consultant will help them draft an action plan with the objective of obtaining the Green Key certification. Okay, so that would be their project based also on 2 activities, and they would submit that 2 activities with a specific budget for each of these activities. Okay, and that's an approximation of the cost that each activity would have. Then also important, because we've seen that this generates quite some misunderstanding. It's what the acceleration program is not supporting in terms of with this financial support, no? So this is already within the framework of the guidelines for applications, no? That the activities that we are supporting are, let's call it, intellectual inputs, so consultancy, mentorship, training, and so on. But we cannot support the purchase of equipment and supplies. So when you describe your project, you can say that in order to obtain your sustainability objective, as part of this you will purchase equipment and so on, but you cannot use the financial support specifically for the purchase of equipment and supplies. I hope the distinction is clear. So when you list your activities in the part 4 of the cost effectiveness section, do not mention purchase of equipment. This could be part of your new service or product you are offering that obeys to sustainability principles, but should not be the direct, let's say, goal, the direct support here. Okay. So this is important. As I said, no, purchase of equipment and supplies is not allowed. That would be a telescope or a set of composters if you want to go on organic composting or so on. But on the other hand, you can recruit the mentor or consultant that can give you advice on drafting this composting plan, as we were mentioning, no? And as part of this composting plan that includes investing in the future in buying composters for your hotel. Another issue here to mention is that with the financial support, you're not you cannot fund, let's say, the fee, the membership of the label or certificate that you will obtain. On the other hand, you can financially support the training that you would like to receive in terms of sustainability that might help you, getting this label or certificate. Okay, I hope this is somehow clear. Because we will move on now on how to fill in the application. I've been mentioning that a lot, but it's very important that you thoroughly read the call guidelines, so to understand these elements of eligibility that we were mentioning, to understand how the acceleration program works and what is financially supporting and what is not supporting. Okay. And also I encourage you, before you go and fill in your application directly in the online platform, to get the courtesy application form and fill it in like as a Word instead of going to the platform. Okay, that will help you in the process. And now we will just take a quick look into the platform. So for now, I will just share my window with the proposal to be submitted. Sorry. So I hope you're seeing now my my screen. Basically, so here we need to fill in. So who's completing the proposal? No, that would be me in that case. I'm filling in also my email address, and I'm saying that I'm registered as an SME because I have read this definition that I was mentioning done by the European Commission on what they understand it's an small medium enterprise. So here you have the definition in brief, no? But you can check it also in the link. So I'm registered as an SME. That means I comply with one of the eligibility requirements. I'm submitting my application to window 1, my business name. So here I'm the link, and my VAT number is, I forgot now. Sorry about that. Sorry. Then I'm the person in charge, so myself. The telephone, disclosing all my personal details. So I hope you won't use it for any fraudulent cause. I'm joking. So I'm actually from Catalonia, but that doesn't make me not admitted in the program. But remember that our targeted regions receive better scoring because they are within the project scope of the LooKUP. So my website, the business activity, would say other, and here I would specify maybe being a travel agency, program development. Sorry, program developer. And then, okay, so additional requirements. Here's where we have to put yes in all. Obviously, reading the questions, but in my case, I already know that I can confirm all these eligibility requirements. So I'm not submitting any other applications. I'm not receiving financial support under any other of the projects listed. I'm not declared bankrupt or bankruptcy or initiated any procedure related to this. I'm not convicted. I'm not under liquidation. And so I'm not excluded under possibility of obtaining new funds. So that makes your eligibility section, no? When you submit the administrative information, that makes your eligibility check. And then we go on the technical description. So technical description is composed of different parts. One is excellence, where you explain your challenge and explain it in different layers, not only for your company, but also at regional level, if possible. You need to be concise, but not too concise. Basically, you need to be specific on what you're aiming for. And also, as a reminder, you can address your application in your local language if that's better for you. So you can do that, but we encourage always the use of English, obviously, because the rest of activities of the program will be in English. Impact, so here, how transformative is your product, service, transformation measure, anything you want to run, and what kind of positive results can it yield to the community, to the region, and so on, and also aligned with LooKUP objectives. No, so what's the contribution to the program? Then there's another section, the company and capability section. No? That's the third section where you describe your skills, your experience. and the people that makes the team for this exciting project. And then part four, I have been mentioning that part a lot, the cost effectiveness, because it led to a lot of confusion in the first call for applicants. But for us, it's very important because it lists what you will do in detail during this acceleration program. So what are the activities that you will implement? And remember here, you can put 1, 2, or 3. No, if you put 3, so you need to fill in first activity, for instance, would be the environmental assessment. Oh, sorry. And then the deliverable name, it's the assessment itself, the assessment report. Remember that you will have to describe this. So here you can describe that you will recruit a consultant and you will run an assessment on the accommodation services that you're offering to your guests. You need to estimate a budget. So basically, remember that this must fall within the 4,500 altogether. So for instance, the environmental assessment could be 1,500 euros, and then second activity, the same. So if you run the environmental assessment, then you can draft a sustainability plan, and that sustainability plan could help you getting the certification, whatever you have considered, no? And then going on with activity 3. Finally, you have a declaration of honor here, where you just confirm that everything is accurate and to the best of your knowledge, also on the data protection and a disclaimer. So once you save that, you would be able to validate and send the application form. As I said, you can do that on a separate document. You don't need to go directly to the application platform. You have the courtesy form attached to the guidelines for applicants in the LooKUP website, and you can download that. Going back to the presentation, so just to finalize, after remember that the call was opened on the 30th of November, if I'm not wrong, and it's closing on the 17th of January. Now I think, am I correct, Julia? Yeah, I had just
Yes, you're
I'm
correct.
confused now. So it's closing soon in a week, basically. And remember that the closing time is at 5 in the afternoon, Brussels time. So check whether you are 1 hour ahead or so, in the case of Finland, for sure. Meaning that any application that is submitted after the deadline is not eligible. So that's also an eligibility requirement to submit your application within the deadline. So that's the calendar. We recommend you to stay tuned in our social networks in case that there was any modification on the above, or if you want to receive more information on the project, you are kindly invited to check our website, to check our Twitter, which contains updates very often. Also to check the companies that are participating in the program. Probably you know some of them, no? So we are posting them in LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram, the companies that are making part of our acceleration program already. So thank you for your time. And now I give the floor for questions in case there are any. I don't know if you've got any, but it's your time now. I talk a lot already. No questions? All clear? Yeah. So if there
Excuse me?
Yeah, Johanna.
Yeah, thank you. I would like ask about this budgeting.
The budgeting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Will the total amount of declared expenses be more than 4,500, or must it be exactly that or so? If the total budget is something about 10,000, so can it
Yeah,
be so?
it's all right. Just we will only fund 4,500 euros. So that's it. But it's possible that the activities that you are listing have a more considerable budget. But I would recommend you is to explain that in the description of the project, no? That make a clear statement that you will self-fund whatever is above 4,500 euros, because that's the lump sum we're going to offer you in any case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Marta. This is Juan. Sorry, I just missed the meeting for 5-10 minutes, so I don't know if you just said something about it, but do the companies in this window need to contract the services of a mentor, or they can directly contract with, let's say, the consultants of environmental issues companies?
I don't understand the distinction, sorry.
So sorry, if the SMEs need to contract a mentor in order to organize all the needs for this Windows One, or they can go directly, let's say maybe a mentor that just have the environmental services, or they can contract with just environmental company outside the list of mentors.
Yeah, they have freedom to select whoever they want to work with. Yeah, so it can be a mentor, it can be a consultancy firm. It just needs to be explained how they intend to use the support of any external provider.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So maybe we can close it here. If there are no further questions, remember that otherwise we have an email address. This one is in the guidelines for applicants, so that will force you to open the guidelines for applicants and check. And if you've got any question or you need any assistance, you can just write us. Okay. So thank you, everybody. And we wish you a successful submission of your application, and we wish you, well, that you become part of our Sustainable Transformation Program. We are eager on receiving many applications, so there's still sometimes if you want to contact any of your peers, because we are going to give funding to at least 36 companies, and so far on the pipeline of applications we only have received around, I think now it's 13 applications. Julia, I don't know if that's so there are many spots until we reach the 36. So encourage any of your peers or colleagues to submit application. Okay. Thank you very much, and have a nice day and successful submission. See you soon.